Hello, my Indo family. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a laughter series for you. Um, Even though it doesn't seem like there's a lot to laugh about, just laugh. Just allow your lungs to be filled with fresh air. Allow your heart rate to increase for good reasons. Just allow your arms to actually develop because of the muscle contraction that happens while you laugh. I am Winifred Vessels, your yoga teacher for today, and I'm thanking you so much for joining me. I'd like to ask you to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, undu.life. Um, on YouTube, I am still working on being more active, but I'll get around it. So today we're going to open up our hips. We're going to stretch our hips, we're going to stretch our lower backs, and we're going to laugh a lot while doing it. So please enjoy this practice. You can do it in front of people if you don't feel embarrassed, but if you feel like you're going to be ashamed, it's okay to do it behind closed doors. So do it while you have your own space. So it's going to be a very short practice, but a very short and sweet practice targeting several areas of your body. So we'll start by standing at the center of our mat. So we'll stand straight, we'll allow our weight to be distributed around our feet. So you can either stand hip apart, you can either stand you can take a wider stance, or you can just bring your two big toes to touch and leave a little bit of space between your heel. And so we'll just take a deep inhale and we'll stand straight. We'll push ourselves to the center. We'll release our shoulders. We'll actively take our palms, our fingertips to the mat. We'll bring our chin in a bit so that the back of our neck is straightened out. You can keep your eyes closed here and just take a deep inhale into your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So let's bring our hands to our hips. If you want, you can even leave your fingers still pointing towards your mat. But if you're with me, just keep your hands on your hips and take a deep inhale with me. Allow your lungs to be filled with air, and as we're releasing it, we're laughing hard and contrasting our muscles. Our abs will be worked here. But in fact, I believe that if you laugh a lot, you have that five packs that you're looking for. So let's take a deep inhale together through the nose. Lift your chin, and then begin to laugh. Keep laughing, do not stop. Think of that thing that would have worried you today. Think of that annoying colleague. Think of that situation that you're in that seems so tight and so challenging, and just laugh it out. Oh my goodness, I actually absolutely enjoy this part of the class. So let's just start by just swaying from side to side, just turning, twisting our oblique. Just continue to twist. It's going to be a simple stretch for your hips, and then from here we'll just open up our legs. So open up your feet and let your toes point to the edges of your mat. Now if you are more flexible or you have a more open hips, you can open up your feet to the edges of your mat. But for those who are with me who have tight hips, please just open up your feet as wide as you can and allow your knee to be pointing the same position as your toes. So please do not open more than you should. So we'll take an inhale and just lift our hands up, and exhale, we'll come down into our goddess. So when you come down, just look at the way I'm coming down. So try not to push your bum to the back. Try to stay in the center, and then use your hands to just guide yourself to see that you are opening up. Your pelvis is tilted forward, and you're just going down at your center. If you look at the one I'm coming down, some people will be able to open their hips even wider. That's good for them, but please, you're not competing with anyone. So let's take an inhale and come up. And exhale, let's go down into our goddess. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. You don't have to go deep. You can be here. That's fine. Inhale. Exhale, when you come down, bring your hands, bring your shoulder blades to the back. So just tuck it together and bring your hands into your goddess pose. Try not to be this way, so bring yourself forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let's come down again. You can sway from side to side if it makes it easier for you. If you want to stay still, you can stay still. And then let's just take our hands up here. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale, you can shorten your stance. So if your legs was wider before, just shorten your stance. But remember, your toes are still pointed out. What we're going to do now is to come down to our Malasana, our yogi squat. So I should probably turn so that you see me properly. So I'm going to open up my feet a little bit wider than my mat, and then I'm going to come down from the middle. Remember how we came down in our goddess pose? So we're just coming down that same way. So you come down through your center, bring your hand in prayer, and then drop your hips in between. Use your elbow to open up your knee and just bring yourselves into the center. And then straighten out your back, bring your chin in a little. Take deep inhales and exhales into your hips. When it's intense, laugh. So let's take a deep inhale together. And exhale, let's laugh. Ouch! Wow! This is so not a laughing pose. But we're laughing through it, alright? Oh my goodness. You can even sway from side to side if it makes it easier for you, else just stay in the center and continue to breathe. And then drop, take your hands to your back, and then just drop your bum to the floor. So bring your feet up and just windshield wiper your legs, just so that blood can flow back into that place, into your hips, and you can just release the tension that we have created. So we're going to come back into our Malasana, our yogic squat, and then from there we'll stand up and we'll go into our warrior poses. So let's open up our feet again and let's push ourselves back to the center and come back to our Malasana. So we're not going to be here for long. So take a deep inhale, exhale, lift your bum. Come first, let your bum be the same length as your knee, and then come all the way up. And release your hand. See? Step by step, just little movements like this will go a long way in helping you become stronger every day. Every day you come to your mat, just push yourself a little bit, but listen to your body. Ensure that you're not feeling any sharp pain. Sharp pains are not good, but of course you'll feel some stretches, you'll feel a little bit of pressure, but never sharp pains. So what we're going to do now is to come into our warrior pose. So we're going to go into our warrior 3, and then we're going to Skandasana and come back to our warrior 3. So we'll do that 3 times on each side of our legs. So come to the center of your mat, or you can come a bit forward depending on your position. So come a bit forward and stand straight first. Bring your 2 feet together to touch. Stand straight into your prayer position, and then take your right leg back. Actually, come forward a bit more to the top of your mat, and then take your right leg back. Continue going down. You're straight. Your core is engaged. Now, what I want you to do is to take the right hand to the front and the left hand to the back. So maintain a straight body. Lift that leg. You can bend this a little bit if it's easier for you. Else, you can keep it straight. Inhale, stretch out, and exhale, let's Skandasana. And then we'll come forward again. If you fall, just go right back into it. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, Skandasana. Let's go forward for the 3rd time again. Inhale, stretch out. exhale, let's go, Skandasana. And then we'll hold here for a bit. Please, if it's too much for you, just drop your fingertips to the mat. You can be as high as this, it doesn't matter. If you drop your fingertips to the mat, just make sure you're using your right elbow to push open your right hip. If you can't stay like this, please do. And then let's crawl forward, come to the front of our mat, and let's just release whatever tension that we've created there. See how awesome this is for our hips. You know, we hold a lot of emotions around this area. So it's very possible that as you're doing this stretch, you begin to cry. But this class is not for crying, it's for laughing. Okay, so whatever we did on the right leg, we're going to repeat on the left leg now. So let's come again to the top of our mat, and let's take an inhale and bring our hands to prayer position, and then begin to go down, taking our top position, our top part down, and our left leg to the back. So now, left hand to the front, right hand to the back. Remember, you can bend your knee or you can keep it straight. Take a deep inhale here, stretch out, and exhale, we'll Skandasana. We'll come forward again. If you fall, come right back into it. Inhale, exhale, let's go back and Skandasana. Third time, inhale, and then exhale, Skandasana, and then now we will hold. Remember, you can drop your fingertips to the mat if that's easier for you. Some people can go lower. Awesome. If your fingertip is on the mat, use your left hand to open up your hips. Lift your chest. Deep inhales and exhales to that hip, and then let's crawl our hands, come forward, and then just bring our knees together. You can sit on your heel and just sway from side to side, just to make sure that you're getting a good massage into that hip, even into your legs, using the time to relax, laughing at whatever way you went to your front and then to your Skandasana. You can laugh at your silliness, you can laugh at how fluid it was. So we'll take a deep inhale, sitting still. Expand your lungs and exhale, you can laugh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so take a deep inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, take it all the way to the back and open up your chest. Open it up as much as you can. Inhales and exhales. Exhale, come forward. Open up your knee to the edges of your mat. Let your two big toes touch. And then leading with your chest, just come all the way down and drop your forehead to the mat. Take deep inhales and exhales here. Okay, so we'll come back and then we'll expand that hip even more. So this is level 1. If you know that you're feeling a deep enough stretch staying this way, please continue to stay there. If you know that you're ready to expand your hips even more, open up your knee. Make sure you have a 90-degree angle on your feet, on your legs, just like I have here. Make sure just look through both legs. Open it up as wide as you can. Make sure you are not far forward or far backward. You're just staying in the center. So your bum, your waist is the same line as your hip. And then drop to your elbow. If you're okay being this way, if this is a deep enough stretch for you, please stay here. It's not a competition. But if you know that you can go a bit further, just drop your elbow to the mat. Some people will be able to drop all the way to the mat. But that's not me. I have a really, really tight hip. Now when you're in stretches like this, it can be a bit intense. But the beauty of yoga is to learn to relax, even when the pose is intense. Take deep inhales and exhales. Inhale the tension. allow that part of your body to relax. You have no idea how awesome this is for your pelvic region. The blood flow, the massage that you're giving your organs, the tension that you're releasing. If you drive a lot, this is awesome for you. If you sit a lot, this is awesome for you. And even if you don't do those, expanding your hip is always a good pose for you. Make sure you're not holding tension in your ankle, your toes. Make sure you're not even gripping your fingers. Be as soft as a flower just falling from a tree down to the ground. Ensure that you're not banana backing, so push your pelvis in. Take an inhale and come forward. Oof. You can feel that. No, we're not done. And exhale, push back. So let's try to laugh here, right? We said when it's tense, we will laugh. So let's take a deep inhale here. So inhale through your nose and exhale laugh. Ouch! That hurts. Ooh. It might not be awesome to laugh here. Okay, so I laughed myself out of the pose. So let's come out of it. So release gently. Please do not snap out of it. Just release yourself gently and just sit on your heel again and just move from side to side. So we're going to take a quick sun salutation. We're going to chaturanga and then we'll go straight into our shavasana. See? Short and sweet. Okay. So grip your mat with your fingers. Open your fingers shoulder length apart and then just come to your downward facing dog. If your heels do not touch, just bend your heels like this and lift your bum. Make sure your back is straight. If your heels touch the ground, just pushing your toes. Just make sure your toes are caving in a little bit. Straighten out your back. And then bring the left leg to the center. Lift your right leg up. Bring it forward. Then we'll come straight into our crescent lunge. You can go low. You can be high. And then from here we'll come to our warrior 2. So let's take that warrior back, stretch, and then take the right hand down, come back with this hand, and then let's take our chaturanga with one leg up. So push forward, come down, then lift yourself into an upward facing dog. Oh my God, this is awesome. For my lower back, I think. Just feeling a good relief there. Then push back to your downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up, bring it forward to your low lunge, and come to your high crescent. Come into your warrior 2. Relax your shoulder. Let's take that warrior back. Stretch. Then take the hand down. And we'll chaturanga. One leg up. Into our upward facing dog. Then let's go straight into our downward dog. Let's bend our legs and hop to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, gently roll all the way up. Bring your hand to the top. And let's come all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale. Let's hop back to our chaturanga. One more time. Hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll slowly all the way up. And lift your hands up. Exhale, come down and keep coming down till you sit. Stretch forward and then roll back. Shavasana. Awesome, right? Whew. Short and sweet. Thank you so much for joining my class today. Remember to follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, and do it live. You can do this as your workout for the day, or you can do it after your workout. I'm doing this after my workout, and it feels even more good, and I know that the relaxation will be even better. Take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, melt into your mat and just relax. Start taking deep inhales and exhales again. If you want to stay longer in your Shavasana, please do feel free to do so. I have to hop up now. So take a deep inhale, exhale. Come to one side of your mat and just push yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope that you will support me and follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, and also follow my channels for my once in a pink moon updates, and I promise I will change. Thank you so much for laughing with me today. Have an awesome night, morning, or afternoon.